So you're off to some open houses, but your realtor can't make it. Now, you've probably gone to these open houses before and you're thinking, well, if I like it, I'll let my realtor know, then we can move forward with an offer. If it gets accepted, then we'll go ahead and we'll have the inspection done. There may be some things that if you had known before, you may not have even moved forward with an offer. I'm going to give you the questions that I as a realtor normally ask the listing agent. And I'm also going to give you some things that you can look for as you're going through the home. The first question, why are the sellers moving? Sellers could be moving for a number of reasons. Maybe they need to relocate, maybe they need to downsize, or they want a bigger home. So you never know what you're going to hear from the agent, so it's always a good idea to ask the question. The next question, are there any contingencies? Today's most common contingency is that the seller may need to find suitable housing. Now the thing to think about is, do I want to wait while the seller looks for another home, because your situation may be that you need to move quick. Next question, have the sellers made any changes to the home's original design? If the agent says yes, ask them, did they pull permits? Now, if the agent doesn't know, you need to decide if you really like the house, you need to do your due diligence and go to the town hall and check to see if they pulled permits. This is especially important to know because if the seller is selling the home as is, then it's pretty much understood that the sellers aren't willing to make any repairs or give credit for repairs, like having to bring the construction up to code. Next question, are there any issues with the property? Listing agents must be transparent about any and all known issues with the home. You may even want to ask if there's a property disclosure available. This document will indicate any and all known issues that the seller may be aware of. Next question, what is the age of the roof? Now, a roof's life expectancy usually ranges between 25 and 50 years, but keep in mind a roof's life expectancy actually depends on the quality, durability, and material. But just a good idea to know so that if it is at its life expectancy, you can take the cost of having to replace the roof into consideration. Next question, what is the age of the heating system and do they have it serviced annually? Furnaces and boilers range between 15 and 20 years, so if it's close to life expectancy, again, you need to take that cost into consideration. Now, as you're going around the home, here are some things to look for. Are there any major cracks in the foundation or in the corners of the room? Small cracks are pretty common, but when it comes to a wide crack, it could mean there may be a structural problem. Is there any water in the basement, or do you see any water damage? Look at the ceiling throughout the house and check to see if there's any water stains. And if there are, you can even ask the agent if they know what caused the damage and was it fixed. If it's an older home, take a look at the electrical boxes. You want to make sure that it's been updated. Is there knob and tube in the house? And if there is it still active? This is a great question to ask the listing agent. Just a quick side note, knob and tube wiring is an old type of wiring installed in homes primarily before 1930. And because it's so outdated, you may actually have issues getting insurance if it's still active. As you're looking around, look to see, are there any flickering lights or switches that don't work? This could also be a red flag. Is there any rotting wood or rusting anywhere? Is there any standing water where there shouldn't be? Check to see if there's any leaky faucets. And don't be afraid to open up the vanity or go underneath the sink in the kitchen to see if there's any leaks. Keep in mind, as you're going through the home and you're looking for these things, to you they may not be a big deal, but at least you are aware of them. Well, I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and happy house hunting!